We have kickoff, guys.
The thing that we'll see on the first drive here for Mankato East.
Red Wing lining up. Kicker Seth Cushing. Bam, and we're off the kickoff. Taken. Back. Going by number 30, Timothy Breimer. Up to the 30-yard line. Mankato East is starting with a healthy field in the front of them. We'll see if we set the tone a little bit with the running game or if we will begin with more of a passing attack. At running back right now is number 41, Caleb Miller, the second half of that M&M team that we were alluding to earlier. Probably more of the power back of the two Miller boys. You'll see him pounding it up the middle. You'll see him pounding it on tackles. Starting at quarterback is Cody Olson, and they're lining up in the pistol. The snap, the hit. It's Caleb Miller up the middle, just off tackle, 35 yards, a solid gain. 35-yard line for a 5-yard gain. Sorry about that.
Aaron, I was just going to say the return game is going to change too with Warren out. You're going to see Bremer getting some of the kick returns, and hopefully, maybe Cage will be healthy enough to play on Wednesday. We'll see, though.
And back in the pistol, Cody Olson, incomplete on the right sideline.
Jaster there on the near sideline, just behind him a little bit. It was a quick pass, and all of a sudden we're in a third down situation.
Yeah, that's always the scary thing, Jason, about throwing on that second down because, you run it again, you have something short. Right now, we're sitting at 3rd and 5, and that's that weird yardage where a running play needs to be a pretty big running play. Olsen back in the snap.
Just illuminated the booth.
Sending Caleb in motion. Olsen looks left, batted down at the line. Great play by the Red Wing defensive line, getting up, getting in Cody's face, knocking it down for a 4th and 5. We will see the punt unit come down.
Jeremy Banks came in and got his hands in there. And again, if you can't get to the quarterback, you want to deflect the pass. You want to make the pass tough to make.
It's good to see the big guys with the active hands getting up, getting in people's faces. And the punt, a little bit of a line drive, over-ended punt, takes a Mankato East bounce, past the 30, down to right around the 26-yard line. And this is the special teams. That was a big punt. That was a big play for field position. And I think if you are Coach Davis, you'll take Red Wing starting at the 26 all day. Red Wing, of course, with that giant explosive passing offense, scoring 56 points. In last game, we talked about him a lot. Tate Kelly lining up at quarterback in this ever-popular pistol set. We'll see what they can pull out in this first drive. To the left. Oh, dropped by number 11. We talked about him in the pregame. Travis Toivianen. Right through his hands there, Jason. It's really.
I believe it's Toivonen, actually.
Toivonen.
Yes.
It's really tough seeing that out of one of your star receivers in his hands, just went right through it. You wonder if he thought about running too quick. He had a lot of running room, but you got to pull the ball and you got to secure it first. Under center now. It's the pitch. Around the end. Number 20, Samuel Hansen, with the sweep, showing some good speed around the outside. Right around the 26, the original line of scrimmage. Not getting too much done. 3rd and 10 for the Red Wing wingers. 3rd and 6. And back in the shotgun set for Tate Kelly, running back on either side of him. The snap, the look, the throw. Wide open on the right side. Travis Toivian with the first down.
That's no surprise from these wingers. Obviously, Tate Kelly is going to try to find as many guys as he can right away to spread it out, get the offense going, and they get the first down completion.
Yeah, that's one of those guys you really got to have. We got to have people on him, maybe 2 people, maybe 3 people. I don't know what it's going to take. But Travis bringing it in that time, looking the ball all the way into his hands. The snap, Kelly, handoff, stuffed. That was number 59, Logan Swanson. I don't know if you've heard his name before. We certainly have ourselves. For a tackle for a loss. About 3 yards. We have 2nd and 13
like we said,
for the Wingers.
This defense for East has got to be able to make the adjustments on the fly, especially with Kelly, because he can really get it to anybody he wants.
And anywhere on the field, absolutely. The shotgun, the snap, the 2-back set. And another pass, another completion just over midfield line. Tate Kelly, a strong throw over to number 15, Ben Munson.
Now around midfield, let's see if Coach Davis goes with the pressure here. Good place to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. 3rd and 6. But then at the same time, the last 3rd down that we had, it was a quick drop. It was just Kelly to Travis. Tate Kelly in the shotgun, 2 men on each side. The play is blown dead. Timeout. And if they're taking a timeout, we will too. See you in a few.
High School would like to take this opportunity to thank Quality 1 Hour Photo, Palmer Transportation, Cable Equipment, Wells Fargo, Master Reading and Reason Law Firm, Kendall Doors and Hardware, Happy Dance, and B-Star Company for their advertising contributions. On behalf of the students and staff of Mankato East High School, thank you for all of your generosity. We truly appreciate your continued support of Mankato East and all of our co-curricular activities.
And we are back.
Hey, we look a little brighter too here.
Always good to see. And something that's always good to see for the Red Wing is Tate Kelly with the pass. Intercepted, number 54. Luke Makovsky taking it all the way back to the opposing 40.
And that's what a little pressure can do. Kelly hit as he throws the ball. A great job by Nussmeier to come in and disrupt the play again, and the ball floated up there, and Makovsky was there to make the interception and get a pretty good return out of it.
Yeah, that was some strong running by Makovsky all the way back to that 40. You know those defensive players relish the opportunity to hit back and run with the ball a little bit. We will see what the Mankato Cougars can do with the ball around the 41.
Well, that's going to...
And we have a penalty on the play. We are backing it up, Jason.
It was a great run. He got some help, it looks like.
Wow, we are at the 35. A big, big, big penalty there.
All right. It's been said a million times before, but pretty much every kicking or punting play, you can throw a flag on the outside because it's all about technique. I mean, really. And if you don't have the proper technique, you're going to get flagged.
And then we have Olsen setting up in the pistol. Desmond Bassett on the side. The handoffs to Bassett. Bassett, 40. 44, the first down. 45. That's Mankato Cougars' first down.
And that's another thing Bassett can do, the junior here. Look for him to be in that set, especially with Warren. He's going to get a lot of the plays that Warren would normally get, too, running to the outside especially.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Just a way to get more balls to your athletic players, kind of a Percy Harvin type position. I see him playing a lot. We have Cody Olsen back in the snap. Handoff. Caleb Miller up the middle for a solid gain of about 5 yards. That is moving the chains for a Mankato East first down.
Well, Caleb Miller, again, is not going to blind you with his speed, but he holds on to the ball, and he follows his blocks, and that's all you can ask from a sophomore. is to at least do the plays that you're supposed to do.
And Bassett, not Bassett in motion. And back to Caleb Miller again for another one of those strong runs that you were talking about. 3 yards straight up the middle.
Well, the offense for Red Wing is very solid. We know that. Defensively, though, that's where the question mark has been for the Wingers this year. And if Mankato East can capitalize on some weaknesses in that line or even the secondary, there might be a chance here for the Cougars to put up some points.
The Cougars in hurry up. Bassett in motion. Hand off to Bassett. Around the outside. The 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. Finally taken down at the 26. A fantastic end and around run. Very strong. He broke 3 or 4 tackles. Mankato East first down.
And it's sealing off the outside. Whenever you get a run on the outside like that from a sweep, you have to have good receiver blocking. That's exactly what he got. Open the hole in the right side and picks up a nice 25-yard gain.
And we are seeing Mankato East speed it up here. They're getting right up to the line. They're going, they're snapping. Handoff. Caleb Miller up the middle for a reasonable 2 or 3 yard gain there before he's taken down by 2 or 3 Red Wing defenders.
Again, and you want to keep Red Wing off balance running these quick plays. Now they're going to slow it down just a little bit. But the personnel out there for Mankato East is going to try to continue to match what Red Wing brings out.
And Bassett again in the motion. This time it goes to Caleb Miller up the middle, falling, bruising, bobbling to the 19-yard line. There was a lot of tension to Bassett on that ball fake. Very well performed by Cody Olson and Bassett. Up to the line again. Bassett in motion. Handoff. Caleb Miller up the middle, breaking tackles. Tackled just shy of the 10-yard line.
Caleb Miller made contact there, but he kept his forward momentum going, ran right into Carson Bryan and took Bryan a couple yards for a first down.
Took him for a ride, as we
did.
wrestlers like to say. Mankato East back in the shotgun set, no pistol. Bassett still going in motion, goes to him, ending around. Coming in, pushed out of bounds, right around the 7. Haven't seen a pass yet, Jason.
No, right now it seems to be giving the Cougars some space, and they're doing enough on the ground to keep the ground game going.
And we're seeing number 11, Joseph Kaifalter on the far side. The pitch, a great ball fake from Cody Olson there. Bassett with the carry. 3rd down, and we are at right around the 9. 3rd and 7. Only 2 more yards for the touchdown. And the Cougars with a 3 wideout set to the right, none to the left. Cody Olson with no running backs. Roll out, the throw, the catch. And he is stuffed.
Dominic Nussmeier.
Yep.
Red Wing doing a good job knowing where the end line is and at least keeping him from getting in. That is a first down, so the Cougars will have 4 more shots, but right now, at least momentarily, good job by Red Wing keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, that was a very interesting set there with 2 tight ends and then 3 wide receivers on the right side. We're now seeing more of a goal line stance. 2 wide receivers right. Oh, Logan Swanson was the quarterback.
Wildcat.
We saw this a few weeks ago, and it worked well that time, but I think the wingers. Okay. And we have the normal quarterback coming in.
We'll keep it going. We
For the
apologize for the audio improv here. We'll get it taken care of on our next break, so stay with us.
Cody Olson, empty set. A little jump by the wingers, and that is a flag Looks like encroachment. We will see what the call is, though. And encroachment is the call on the Red Wing Wingers.
I tell you, the officials are tough guys tonight. You know, we're in the 50s here, and they're still wearing the short sleeves. Wow.
And then we have a shotgun one running back set here for Cody Olson. Caleb Miller. The gives to Caleb Miller. Crushing into the goal line for a Mankato Cougars touchdown.
Caleb Olson, again, hard running. Pulls the head down near the goal line. He had a good sense of where the end zone was. And that's kind of what the whole drive was. It was just point of contact. Mankato East giving a little bit more on that point of contact and taking the ball in.
Yeah, you got to think that this does not bode well for Red Wing, because Mankato East is very much coming out and saying, we are going to bully you. We're going to run it straight in your face. We've given it to two guys this drive, and you guys have not stopped us yet. And setting up for the 2-point conversion, actually, Cody Olson in the shotgun. The pitch out to Caleb Miller. He is stuffed right at the goal line. 2-point conversion is no good. Still a 6-0 Mankato East lead. We will take that any day. Interesting first quarter 2-point conversion try by the Cougars. It's not something you see very much, and it was something that was a big thing made in light in the NFL recently, with the Steelers going for a very early 2-point conversion. Much more common, of course, in high school than in the pros, because your kickers are not often as reliable. But, you know, that's just Coach Davis coming out and saying, we're going for it. We're going to be aggressive. We are going to set the tone, and they can't stop us, and I believe that we can, get those yardage. And we've got the kickoff coming up here. Of course, the Mankato East kicker, Jeremy Banks, setting up. And it's pretty... Oh, is it?
12.
And it was...
Terry.
And setting up, we have the Red Wing setting up on right around the 30-yard line with that potent offense as ever.
Really, let's see if Mankato East can move guys around and keep the pressure on. Again, they got the turnover last drive. See if they can put more pressure on Tate Kelly, because if Kelly gets flustered, obviously we've seen him make a mistake.
And Tate on the plays whistle dead penalty. Not entirely sure what it was. Did you see what that penalty was?
I think it's a procedure. Looks like maybe a legal
Okay.
formation or a false start, probably. Here's our official here.
But that play that they were...
False start, yep.
Yep, false start. Back them up. That's going to make a tough start to the drive for the Red Wing team. They're looking at a 1st and 15. Of course, not a really big deal for a team that can pick up yards in big chunks, but...
One thing we'll be looking for is the matchups, one-on-one coverage with these receivers.
And taking it himself, Tate Kelly, with a big run, getting all that yardage back.
Coach Ricky Foggy, former Gopher, they run pretty much the same play. I mean, he had the option going on that previous play and decided this time Kelly decided to take it himself and picked up a significant amount of yardage again.
Was Ricky? What did he play for the Gophers? Was it quarterback?
He was I think he was both quarterback for the most part, but he also played in the backfield too.
Sounds good. And the Red Wings setting up the option again. The pitch off to Sam Hansen on the run, stuffed, looking for the strip. Was the Mankato East Cougars. He is down right around the 36-yard line.
Nice to see Tyler Lebert getting in on the action at corner.
Yeah, he was stepping up quite well there.
He really stopped the back cut back to the middle of the field, and that's exactly what you want if you're a cornerback. You want to get back to the massive bodies in the middle of the field.
Talking about that containment all day. And now under center is Kelly with the run right up the middle for the first down up to just over midfield, the 51. Probably not what Mankato East was expecting in that situation, lining up under center.
And Tate Kelly so quick, too. Hole opened up, and once he gets past that, he got into the secondary and into Cougar territory.
And it is 1st and 10. The Red Wing Wingers on the 51. Kelly lining
49,
up
49.
in 49. Kelly lining up in the pistol with Sam Hansen behind him. Kelly dropped back the pass. Oh, and a great catch by number 5, Kip Adams.
Ooh. They're going to tag Mankato East, too, for a personal foul there because he lowered the helmet into the back. I don't know. It was in the process of the play. But, again, safety, safety, safety. That's what the officials are looking at. And if it looked anywhere close to being helmet to helmet.
Yep, you gotta throw it, and you know.
So it'll be a break for Red Wing here, and I'm sure, obviously the East partisans were not happy with that call, but it's called the defenseless receiver, right? And
it's when you're in that area that you can't defend yourself, much like kickers, much like punters, when you can't touch them when their legs in the air. It's the same thing for wide receivers when they're going up for it. And that is a big play for Red Wing there. Up to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking to tie, looking to get the lead.
Well, here's another test for the Cougar defense. You have to, how you respond to a challenge like this.
We got Tate Kelly with a 2-back set. The pitch, Hansen on the left, a big block by their fullback, number 48, Seth Mormon, right up to around the 16.
He was. Got in front there and really gave Hansen some room, but quickly, though, the Cougars came and plugged up what room he gave him.
Collapsed very well by several Cougars on the play. They're probably not very used to defending a standard I formation anyway in this league of shotguns and pistols. And
yep, you see that a lot, too, and when you get under center, it's always just a little adjustment you have to make in your head.
And it's kudos to Red Wing for having that little wrinkle in their offense. But this time, lining up in shotgun, back, the pass, the catch. Down to around the 10-yard line that catch was. Travis Toivonen.
There we go.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Travis Toivonen down to the 10.
Short of the first, though.
Yep, just barely. We're looking at about a 3rd and 1. Long one, maybe a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 1 officially on our Wolverton Field scoreboard. And Kelly under center. And it's a sneak. A good forward push by the Red Wing Wingers, and it looks like they have it.
Again, they didn't have too far to go for that first down, and really doing a high or low risk, high percentage run was going to get you close anyway. Exactly what they did.
And it's one of those things where, Sam Hansen, much more of a speed guy, more of an outside guy. He's not really kind of a Caleb Miller pounded in type. So that's why we saw Kelly taking it himself. Now we're lining up with a 1st and 8 for the Red Wing Wingers. Kelly under center. They're really liking this I formation. The handoff. Nope, it was a fake going up for it. Right through Toivonen's hands. In much the same way as his first drop. It would have been a spectacular catch, but
I think Kelly also had 2 options on the outside there as well. Toivonen perhaps a little bit closer and had the reach to try to get to it, but just out of the hands. Or out of the reach, I should say.
setting up once again in the shotgun set with one back. He is Hansen. Two to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. Looks like we might be changing the play here by Kelly. The snap. And it's a fade to Toivonen going straight back to him. Well defended on the play, knocked down, incomplete.
And that's Des Bassett there in the coverage. One-on-one, very difficult against Toivonen. In the corner of the end zone, too. It's a tough view of the ball, but he came down and knocked it away. Just enough disruption again to make it a third down play, correct? Yes.
Yes, it is. And it's one of those things where Bassett really kept his eyes on the ball. Maybe looking at his wide receiver, running back days are helping him out there. We have both sides. Kelly throwing the fade. Just out of the hands of number 15, Ben Munson. Around the same play, 3 times in a row. The fades to the big wide receivers on the outside does not yield any results here.
Actually, Munson's 6'1", but a good jumper, plays basketball himself, and obviously that's the corner you want to go to with guys who can jump and are athletic like that. Why not go to it?
Yeah, we've been seeing some real good coverage on the play. Guys like Eric Jester, 5'10", going up against these big guys, keeping their eyes on the ball. The snap by Kelly going back. Big rush. Knocked down. No good. Des Bassett standing up and giving him a no good sign. That's a turnover on downs. Mankato East first down. And we are going to take a break. See you guys in a little bit. Coming back out of our break, our first Mankato East play, it is a handoff to Caleb Miller for a few yards. A little bit of breathing room off that goal line that we were sitting on.
Well, looks like a good first quarter for Mankato East about to end here.
28 seconds, counting down. Probably won't try to do too much until quarter ends, but who knows. And we have a new quarterback in for the Cougars.
Rich is in. Kamara.
He is, Kamara. Of course, Kamara and Kelly Olson sharing a lot of duties. The handoff. Caleb Olson up the middle, finding some running room for Mankato East first down. He is out to around the 26. And we are going to take a break as the first quarter ends. See you guys soon.
First quarter ends. Score Cougars 6, Wingers 0.
And Richard Chimera here at quarterback, rolling out to the left, rockets it into the ground for an incompletion. Pass intended for number 17, Tanner Sagal. It is 2nd and 10. A lot of pressure. They made him roll out. I think it was a designed rollout, but not that much of a rollout.
Well, hate to do this to you, Aaron. We're gonna go just with the video for a few minutes here as we correct some audio issues. So.
All right, bear with us, guys. Sorry about this.
Cougar. First down.
And we are back. A little bit of what you guys missed. Richard Chimera had a couple excellent, fantastic runs to get the Cougars up to a 2nd and 3 on right about the 37. Chimera with the snap. Caleb Miller, strong running again for Mankato East first down.
Cougars are showing no signs of having trouble on the ground. And why not keep going back to that until the Red Wing defense can find a way to stop them up front?
You know, guys start to get tired being out there on these long drives. The defensive linemen start getting tired. They don't know where it's going, and the offensive linemen do. And if there's anything that I've ever learned is the offensive linemen love run blocking, and they just love pounding holes. And the give is Caleb Miller again, out right past the 30-yard line, setting up for a short 2nd down of right around 4. Looks like a few positional changes coming in here. Des Bassett going off to the right. We'll see if we see any action with him. We have 2 wide receivers to the left, and then Chimera Richard in the shotgun with Caleb Miller as his ever-ready running back. The snap, bobble dropped on it. Chimera Not something you want to see, Jason.
No, it's not. But equally important, though, is to get back on the ball as quick as you can. Recognize it's a mistake, collapse, and get the ball.
Yeah,
in.
that's definitely a very good point and a good decision by Richard there, just to keep possession of the ball, understanding where you are, possibly 4-down territory. And now we are lining up the Cougars. 2 men to the left, 2 men to the right. And Chimera, timeout taken by Mankato East. Eric Davis wants to talk a little bit about this one. We will take a break as they're talking about their next play. And that was Bassett with the handoff, taking it right to around the 30-yard line. And we're seeing some substitutions come in here. Number 88, Eric Gushart Jr. coming out. Another wide receiver coming in. And the Cougars are looking for a play, guys. I don't think they know the play. Coming out of a timeout, it's not something you necessarily want to be seeing if you're Coach Eric Davis. We have Chimera with 5 wide receivers in the shotgun. The snap, the set, the throw, and knockdown. Right around the 25, it is an incompletion. And that means it is a Red Wing first down, taking over on downs.
Well, Jaster is becoming a target for Coach Davis, and it's time for him to step up. There's been a couple targets to him, and time to look back, get the ball, and get the ball into your hands next time.
Mm-hmm. And it's really something that's kind of just a definition of what the situations that Mankato East does not want to be in. They don't want to be in those passes that you have to complete for a first down. And that is for Red Wing. Sweet play, loss of yardage on the play. Great penetration by the Mankato East defense, playing very aggressive, playing very loose.
Again, that's a case where everybody rolls over and knows their assignment exactly, breaks off your block, and almost a gang tackle there.
Tad Kelly coming in up to the line. We have 3 wide receivers, and then the split back shotgun set with fullback, running back. The snap, the look. Oh, bopped up, almost intercepted by Mankato East. That
Damani Hayes.
Pass was intended for Toivonen. You know, he's getting these jump ball situations, but it's just not necessarily working out. The Cougars have been all over him. There was 3 defenders in the area. All 3 of them had a shot at the interception, but the ball ended up falling to the ground. Setting back up, Tate Kelly in the shotgun. One running back, 4 wide receivers. Throw in the middle. Oh, it is too high for Travis Toivonen. 4th down. We will see probably the punt unit coming out, most likely being in this kind of field position, but who knows? Red Wings already went for a couple 4th downs as it is. And it will be the punt team coming out. Number 8. Seth Cushing counting them out.
Just ad-lib as best you can and kind of call him a game sponsor tonight, blah, blah, blah. All right?
And the punt, it is a line drive punt spinning. Always difficult to field those. Letting it bounce, taking a giant Red Wing bounce past the 20 into the 15. That is a brutal, brutal field position for Mankato East. Great punt.
Yeah, it's one of those things, though, where your punter becomes your best offensive weapon on a drive, and getting it downfield and having to make Red Wing go down trailing in this game as the game gets a little cooler and dynamics change a little bit throughout.
And it was one of those situations where it was a line drive, end over end, punt. That's a hard thing to field. Very hard. Your hands are cold, and you're almost like, well, just leave it anyway. And then when it falls to the 15, you're like, oof, should have just fielded it, even if you're not necessarily set up for a return. And we have the first play back for the Mankato East Cougars. Caleb Miller, as always, on the run. Looking at a 2nd down and 8 for the Cougars. Richard Chimera has been the quarterback for the most part, for the majority of the first and second quarters. Sends a man in motion. It is Caleb Miller. The snap, the set, the throw. Oh, through the hands of Des Bassett. Great pass, great route. Just they'll catch the last little tiny piece of the puzzle there for Bassett.
Again, those are the type of things that you need to make plays on. But yet, on the other hand, the Cougars are doing a great job just disrupting that offense.
And Chimera setting up with one back behind him in a pistol set. 2 wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left. The snap, the throw, it's Bassett. He caught that one, guys. Falls to the ground without actually any Red Wings defenders around. That doesn't matter in high school because you're down if the knee's down no matter what. And that is brings up 4th down for the Cougars. It's got to be a punt here, don't you think, Jason? Looking. Number 8. With the punt. Bringing some pressure. Booming punt down the left side. Takes a big Mankato East roll. Right around the 44. By Seth Yatman. And that will be Tate Kelly and the Red Wingers taking over at the 44. See if they can get anything going. They can get some points on the board. It's been a very un-Red Wing-like half.
It has been, but that's credit to the Mankato East defense. A lot of it.
Absolutely. The option, the flip, going. We're seeing a lot of horizontal motion on that play for Samuel Hansen. Not a lot of yardage. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Looking like he might have lost a half yard. Signaling there was a fumble on the play. Recovered by the Cougars. Mankato East 1st down. And I
don't know who was underneath the pile there. We'll take a look here.
Yeah, it was on the opposite side of the field. I honestly didn't even see the ball come out, so it'll be interesting to see.
It had to be very close to the end of the play. So, nice job by the Cougars.
Yeah, heads up defense. Taking advantage and is 1st down on the 40. The snap to Caleb Miller, putting his head down. Bruising down to the 34-yard line. Setting up for a 2nd and 5 for the Cougars. We have Cody Olson back in at quarterback. Taking over for Richard Chimera. with 3:33 left in the half. Plenty of time here, guys. Definitely no rush at all. Probably sticking to the running game that we're going to see. Cody Olson, take it, throws, catch. Des Bassett, once again, right on the 30-yard line for a Mankato East first down.
And again, we'll probably refresh everything in halftime here, so I apologize for the audio difficulties we're having tonight.
Yeah, we're working on it, we promise. Jason is all over it, as well as Cody Olson with the throw. Deep, Desmond Bassett, he caught it with a fantastic display of athleticism. Mankato East wants a catch, and they get it all the way down to the 4-yard line. Who says Mankato East can't pass the ball? That was fantastic.
Single coverage on the outside, and Bassett doing a great job keeping the feet in bound. That's the most important thing. But also maintaining possession. The officials took a look at it. They thought it was actually closer to the end zone than they actually marked the ball. And I think that's the question right now. No replay, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and he only needs 1
I
foot
certainly
in.
thought it was closer to the end line than where they marked the ball, but
Sitting right around the 3 right now, so we got a 1st and 3 for the Mankato East Cougars. And that's a dimension that Cody Olson brings to that quarterback spot. Really accurate thrower. That was a fantastic throw into a pretty small window. Good to see the Cougars getting a little passing game mixed in right before the half. Cody Olson setting up in a pistol, motion, handoff. Caleb Miller through the middle for Mankato East. Touchdown.
bread and butter play here tonight for Mankato East. Cody Olson splits the C and hits it for a nice touchdown inside the 10, inside the 5 actually there, and it was set up by that nice completion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big completion to Des Bassett, suddenly giving you something else to think about, and then going right back to the bread and butter on the next play for the touchdown. For the 2-point conversion, let's get those points back. It is Caleb Miller, straight up the middle, probably the same play that they just ran. Why not? Cougars lead 14-0. And we will hit a break. Be right back. And David Mead with the kickoff. A run and catch. Great return by number 20, Samuel Hansen. He's running, and pushed out just before the goal line at the 5-yard line. How's that for a momentum swinger, Jason? Wow.
Well, Cougars, great job on that drive. Keep the Red Wing offense off the field, but all it takes is one little crack in that kickoff coverage, and a runner like Hansen can take it to the outside and just let it rip.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone was going to catch him. He was just blazing down that left sideline, setting up for a very, very short field.
Also, the kickoff
winners.
was pretty short, and if he's running up on the ball, he's going to have the advantage over the guys that are going to have to slow down opposite way.
Yeah, he took that in stride, and it was it's a great catch at the same time to be able to do that and take it. But not quite as a good run there by Hansen. That's kind of how it is.
Negative yardage play, and Hansen is telling the officials I was horse-collared here.
And he got it. He got the flag. We'll see what it's for.
It'll probably go against Hansen here for unsportsmanlike conduct because he definitely felt like he was hogtied down.
No, it's not with the scoreboard, right?
And that's what it looks to be as the referee walks
So it'll be
the offense back.
just not using your head if you're Hansen. I know you're fired up, but there's no reason to get in the official's face and say, "Hey, this is what happened." You know, get back up and play the next play.
And an interesting set coming out here for Red Wing. We had a quarterback and a fullback and 2 running backs behind the fullback. We will take a timeout.
Heroes, go down by the scoreboard side of the field. Everyday heroes will be recognized at halftime. At halftime also, we will be having a punt, pass, and kick competition. Our 2 Mankato East students, Jenny Better and Jason Moose, will get the opportunity to punt, pass, and you guys can kick the ball. If it goes through the goal post at the end of the field, they will win a prize. The prize will be revealed when they're competing.
And we are back, guys, with the Red Wing Wingers looking at a 2nd and 32, Jason. Man, you really got to be getting it through the air here. With 2:11 left in the half, we'll see if the Red Wingers can get something going. Again, coming out in this interesting set, 1 fullback in a down set, 2 halfbacks. It's a rollout, pass play. Kelly throws it up. Oh, and a great deflection there by Des Bassett. He was all over Travis Toivian. He, as well as several other of the Mankato East Cougars, just on him, had the coverage, and had the deflection. For a 3rd and 31 here for Red Wing. And it's one of those things where in these kinds of situations, you have to start thinking about going the other way with 2 minutes left. You don't want to give Mankato East another shot. The snap, the drop, Kelly, complete to number 12, Jaywan Terry. Caught him in stride all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Now we're sounding better. That was a great slant pass across the middle to Kelly. Yes, and again, it gets them inside the red zone. Mankato East defense has to step out here once again, and prevent Red Wing from getting on the board.
And it's amazing that after a pass like that, it's still 4th and 15. And the throw into the end zone, knocked down. No way, says the Mankato East defense. You do not get a 4th and 15 right here and now. We have a kind of interesting situation. 1:16 left in the half. Cougars taking over deep in their own territory at the 15-yard line. What do you do here if you're Coach Davis? Do you just run the clock out, or do you go for something, Jason?
Yeah, I think you stay pretty conservative here. 14-0, and your defense held. You got to be feeling pretty good against an offense like Red Wing, and you're able to withstand that last drive.
And you see the big plays, the big swaps. It looks like Mankato East might give it a little bit of a shot coming out in the pistol formation. Penalty on the play. Looks like the referees are shortening up the field a little bit for Mankato East. 1st and 5. Setting up, Mankato East, 2 wide receivers to the left. Caleb Miller up the middle. Tough running. with time ticking down here, finishing just under a minute. And they are not rushing here. It looks like that Davis did take the approach that you alluded to earlier. Running out the clock. Don't overextend too much. Olsen, the handoff. Miller up the middle for a first down, right around the 35-yard line.
We've seen the emergence this season of different guys running the ball. Cage, of course. Robert Miller was really the starting running back at the beginning of the year. But now Caleb getting the chance to shine and making the most of it. Has that touchdown and the 2-point conversion as well.
Yeah, he's showing he can do it too. And they have a lot of different guys that, just because Cage Warren is out, it does not mean that they're not going to be the same kind of running physical team that has been Mankato East's identity. The snap, handoff, this time, Caleb Miller hit in the backfield by the Red Wing defense. Haven't seen that very often. He has a great forward progress.
Well, we got a halftime score. West is leading Winona 21-7, right around the half. Not quite halftime.
That's interesting.
On the
battle
road,
of undefeated.
It's just shows you where the Scarlets are going to be. They're going to have a first-round bye, so not playing till a week from Saturday. So there you go.
Sounds good. Moving into halftime. Do we have a halftime?
We're going to get the audio back out with the halftime heroes. So
sounds great. Enjoy that.
We'll take a break.
Setting up for the kickoff. Number 68, David Mead. Boomers. Bit of a line drive, end over end. Taken, fielded cleanly by number 12, Joanne Terry. Big return. Solidly past the 35-yard line. That's where the Red Wing Wingers will set up with a 1st and 10. We'll see what kind of offense Red Wing can start pulling up because, they had some solid drives, but still no points, obviously.
And that the Cougar defense just getting tough when it matters. And a lot of times you talk about defenses giving up a lot of yards in the 20s, but it's what happens inside the red zone often makes or breaks the way the game flows.
Yeah, we have Kip Adams setting up or Tate Kelly. I'm so sorry, Tate Kelly. We said his name a lot. With the handoff to Hansen. Some hard running out to the right, just past the 40-yard line to around the 42-43, diving out there. We saw Tate Kelly go in a lot of different formations there. We've seen him in shotgun. We've seen him under center. We've seen some pistol. Maybe too many formations? Maybe this offense is too complex?
Well, you're near the end of the season, so I'm sure it's developed from the first week on, and that's something really Coach Foggy has probably stressed. Guys, we're going to throw a lot of looks out at Mankato East.
Mm-hmm. And then with the handoff to Samuel Hansen, the speedster.
Again, Hansen, good lateral speed, but also can, when he gets a block, can explode. And that's why he's that number 1 running back here for Red Wing and the Wingers. And he's a senior. He knows this is one of his final games. He wants to perform.
Yeah, and he's, of course, a senior, 5'6", just 150 pounds. Kind of close to my size. It puts a little nice spot on my heart when I see a little guy that's just out there running, doing some great things. We're seeing the pistol now out of Red Wing. Tate Kelly.
Oh.
Big pressure, sacked.
Dom Nussmeier, yep.
Nussmeier getting in there from his safety spot, safety linebacker-ish.
Well, that's just the matter of Coach Stewart sending the kitchen sink and then some. Just a full 7-man rush and too much for that Red Wing offensive line to handle.
Yeah, and as good of a quarterback as Tate Kelly is, the times that when we've seen him pressured, he hasn't necessarily been able to perform as opposed to when he has a little bit of time. Now Kelly setting up in the pistol. Sam Hansen is his running back. The drop back, the throw, through the hands of number 12, Jaywan Terry, setting up for a tough third down, 3rd and 20, sitting at the 45. It's difficult calling plays in this situation because, again, field position is a big thing you have to think about. We got Tate Kelly in the shotgun. Pistol Moore. Throws over the middle. Maybe caught. I can't quite see. Looks like it's an incompletion. That is a 4th down and 20. Very much so punt territory coming up. We'll see what the Cougars can do.
Okay, well, obviously I think on that 2nd down play, Tate Kelly altered his rhythm a little bit because the last 2 pass plays were not really particularly close to the receivers. Again, it's not about hitting the guy. It's just about disrupting his rhythm, and right there, that's what he did, or the Cougars did.
Oh, just about blocked by the Cougars. The punt's off. Taken at the 27 and hit immediately.
Alex Turner,
and hit immediately. I was thinking he was a little bit brave fielding that one with the gunners in his face, but hit immediately by
yeah, a little bit of a risk not calling for the fair catch there. Obviously, maybe wanted to keep his eye on the ball first and foremost, and he did. He hauled it in, just hit immediately, but he held on.
Yeah, Travis Toivonen definitely looking like he was excited to hit somebody else for a change. And the Cougars in the pistol, handoff, Caleb Miller up the middle.
Oh, it's slick over there. I noticed a couple players now sliding near that part of the field. Maybe a little bit of moisture seeping through.
Ended up to be right around the 30-yard line, setting up for a 2nd and 7 for the Mankato East Cougars. We're seeing a few wide receiver substitutions come in. 15, Des Bassett. He's always one to watch when he comes into the game. We got a pistol set. Caleb Miller. Cody Olson. Dez into the backfield. Handoff to Dez around the right side. He's got some running room. Taking the corner and taken down right around the 34. Looks like holding is maybe the penalty on the play.
Well,
did you see a face mask?
Face mask. We'll see. I saw the official do the face grab.
PA confirmed it was probably a face mask.
No, it is going against.
Oh, it is hold.
I think he was just verifying that with the outside official, sir. So it's going to go against Mankato East.
They said face mask over there too.
Yeah.
So we were all guessing wrong.
And we were looking at, it was indeed a holding on Mankato East. Back them up 10 yards, 10 bones to set up for a 2nd and 17.
Well, the Cougars have done a good job, though, on the outside sweeps and the stretch plays for the most part. And this time they got caught on the edge, and probably a case where somebody was pulling as opposed to keeping the hands tight in the inside.
And shotgun snap.
Oh!
Olsen loses the ball.
That's Red Wing ball.
Red Wing signaling it's theirs. Officials agree. Red Wing ball on the 20. I don't know what happened to Cody Olsen there. He just kind of dropped the ball.
I think
was it the snap?
The footing is a little tough over there. I've noticed a few plays now where the footwork has got out on the players on the Turner reception on the kick, and then a couple plays on this drive. The player, so it might be a little slick over there.
And suddenly now, intrigue rising a little bit inside the 20 for Red Wing, and it's still only a 2-score game here, guys, as much as it feels like Mankato East has been in control this whole game. Red Wing with an opportunity here. Tate Kelly with the snap, backing up, backing, running, sacked.
Wow.
For a giant loss by who else? We've said his name before, Dominic Nussmeyer, running him down, and man, Tate Kelly has got to get rid of the ball in these situations that he's getting rushed.
Credit the Mankato defensive secondary. A good rush, but also good coverage.
Yeah,
on the outside.
absolutely. Making it very difficult to find a receiver in that amount of time. Setting up 2nd and 18. Hansen on the run. Very, very limited yardage. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes Hansen's size, obviously 5'6", works to his advantage because you know what? You're looking, and all of a sudden here comes a guy right at you, and he's low, a lot lower than everybody else, and he slips right by you.
And let me tell you, this offensive line from Red Wing is a big line too. They have a lot of really big guys, sitting right around 300 pounds, several of them. So,
Chase Logan's at 290, yeah.
And the throw, looking, oh man, and that was intended. Toivonen, and the number of times he's had the ball in his hands, but he hasn't been able to take it. Again, we'll credit the defense. There was good coverage, tight coverage on the play.
Exactly what Red Wing wanted. They wanted that single coverage over the middle, and he threw it up just so the only man who could catch it was the 6'5", Toivonen. But just out of his hands.
Looking at a punt here. Looking definitely to drop it in the 10-ish yards.
Really good.
And they do. Fantastic punt there by number 8, Seth Cushing. Drop it inside the 10. And we're going to take a break. We are back with another handoff to surprise of surprise. Caleb Miller up the middle for a few tough yards.
Interesting, this is week 8 of the season. Normally your final week is until the day before the 2-day. It's back to MEA, actually. They renamed it, even though it's still Education Minnesota. It's Minnesota Educator Academy now.
Oh, that's
to make it
it's
the acronym's MEA.
Good thing they did. Good thing they did that.
Yeah, a little bit
that
of
would
trivia
have been horrible.
But 17 years it was technically not MEA.
Oh,
Believe
gotcha.
that?
No, I can't. Ridiculous.
98 was the last time it was actually called MEA.
You know what else I can't believe? Another Caleb Miller first down. We haven't seen any of those. Just kidding. We've seen a lot of them. He's gotten a steady dose. Red Wing has got to be sick of seeing 41 running through the tackles. Very tough. He's coming out, subbing in for the other Miller boy.
Robert. Caleb Miller is running with a lot of confidence as well. And it's always important. When you start with confidence, you usually finish with confidence.
And it is the other half, the M&M, Robert Miller, running up the play. Or my mistake. It was Timothy Bremer. Getting some work at running back. I don't see that a lot. But, he's got a lot of speed. He's got a lot of playmaking ability.
We were talking about ball control, and right now this is a great time as any for Mankato East. Get up a little slower, run when you have to, but don't do anything really risky.
Shorten that game out, and that is what they're doing. Des Bassett on the outside, run down, tackled by number 48, Seth Morum. Great pursuit there by the Red Wings defense. Getting a lot of penetration, not getting fooled by the end and around by Des Bassett.
Yeah, Seth Morum, 6'2". 205 pounds. So he's got some speed to his size.
Yeah, we've seen him a lot at fullback, but he's also, that anchor of the defense at middle linebacker. That guy loves to hit people, man. Cody Olson setting up, and Eric Davis wants to check it out. They will take a break, and so will we.
Mankato East High School would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors this evening: Jersey Mike's, Quality 1 Photo, Palmer Transportation, Kimberly Equipment, Wells Fargo, Master Reed Reese, Law Firm, Kendall Doors and Hardware, Happy Dan's, and B Stark and Company for their advertising contributions. On behalf of the students and staff of Mankato East High School, thank you for all your generosity. We truly appreciate your continued support of Mankato East.
Welcome back to Mankato East. Jason and Aaron. 14-0, the Cougars ahead of the Wingers. Here in the third.
And the Cougars looking at a 3rd and 10. We'll see what they can pull out of their hat. Cody Olson setting up in the pistol set with one running back, one familiar face, Caleb Miller behind him. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. The snap, the handoff, Caleb Miller tackled quickly at the line. Maybe a few yards there.
Josh Jilk in the middle, number 51 for the Wingers. Really read Miller's movements and made the tackle.
Yeah, interesting play call there. It's not really something that Caleb Miller does a lot, picking up 10 yards on a handoff. He'll pick up 6, he'll pick up 7 consistently, and the punt, pretty
Close.
low. Lets it bounce. And a pretty solidly Mankato East bounce to right around the 35-yard line, maybe the 34 there.
Again, the Mankato East defense, this is what they've done well tonight, is allowing some Red Wing plays, but really stiffening up as they get closer to the goal line. And again, on defense, we're talking about he loves to hit. Anybody that plays defense, you have to like the contact there. And this is what the Cougars are showing up doing here.
And setting up in the pistol, putting a man in motion, looking a little bit like Mankato East, giving it off. Oh, and man.
Got room.
That was a trick play. Des Bassett picks it off, got room to run. Shenanigans have ensued tonight in Mankato, in Wolferton Field. That was a pretty big sigh there, Jason. What are you thinking?
I don't understand exactly what Tate Kelly's thought process was on that play. It looks like it busted up a little bit there. And really, it's one of those things where you either take the stack or you throw it out of bounds. As soon as that busted out to the outside, I just didn't see.
Oh, that was Juwan Terry throwing the interception. It was a trick play that was definitely called. Disaster, though, ended up. And Caleb Miller back on offense with Mankato East, picking up his usual 5-6 yards on the play. We're still just trying to figure out what happened on that trick play there, where Terry got the in and around and ended up throwing it. An interception. Caleb Miller, one more time, baby. Taking it to right around the 20. Not quite enough.
Big possession, Aaron, for the Cougars. If they can get 6 more, possibly 7, that would be a 3-score game, and you like having that advantage going into the fourth quarter.
That's what they always say. They always say that 1's close, 2's possible, and 3 is really far away.
Oh, wow.
And Bassett coming out. A couple other Mankato East players coming in. Looks like it's going to be a shotgun set for Cody Olson this time. Neutmeyer, the tight end, handoff. Caleb Miller, hard running, just across the 15.
I think important is Miller holding the ball and keeping it secure.
Yeah, his ball security's been phenomenal this game. one of the guys that has not put it on the ground. I don't know if I've ever seen him fumble a ball before.
No, he
Even-
does a
even
good job
just-
of securing.
Even just in general, in life, as well as football. And we see Cody Olson setting up, giving it to Mr. Reliable, Caleb Miller. Up the middle, stopped very shortly thereafter for a 2 or 3 yard gain. And suddenly we see a stiffening Red Wing defense here. On
Yeah, again,
third
much
down,
like Mankato East has been able to do.
in the exact right time that they need it too. Third down and 4 for the Cougars. Dez in motion, handoff to Caleb Miller. Going on down inside the 5.
First down run, though, by Caleb Miller, and keeps the chains moving, keeps the ball in the hands of the Cougar offense, and more importantly, out of the Red Wing offense.
And now suddenly you have a very, very short field. You have 4 shots and a 1st and 5. Olsen handoff. Miller pounding again inside the 5. Not too much progress. Good defense by the Red Wing wingers.
But they continue to go to Miller, and now here comes the run stopper for
Yeah, we
Red
are
Wing.
seeing the 400-pound Xavier Acosta getting some forward push. Caleb Miller going to the outside. No, stopped. Big hit there by who else? Number 48, Seth Morum.
But I think Caleb Miller actually busted that to the outside after seeing the substitution come in.
And
It
then,
could have been an up-the-middle play, and
of course, Xavier Acosta, usually an offensive tackle, 400-pound, 6'5" senior for the Red Wings. That guy has got to be difficult to push around. And Eric Olson wants to take another look at this one, looking at the 3rd and 5 suddenly becoming a difficult possession. Timeout, and we will take 1 too.
Just a reminder that the Cougar football team will be home Wednesday night. They don't have a home playoff game next Wednesday. Right here. Sparrow. Next Wednesday, the Cougars will home Sparrow right here. Students, your student passes will not work in a section game. Therefore, everybody in the league having tickets. Come support the Cougars.
Coming back here inside the timeout. Looks like Eric Davis is the right play call in to bust this one out. We have a 3rd and 5. In a
third
couple
goal, actually. Yeah.
3rd and goal, yeah.
Gotta get in.
And a bit of a disappointing couple downs there for Mankato East. Really good run defense by Red Wing, and have failed to get a yard in the last
you
2
can
downs.
Totally see that Red Wing is playing against this run.
And Caleb Miller one more time for all the marbles, and that's a
Touchback.
touchdown. Mankato East. He found a hole right off that pistol set and burrowed his way in there for a touchdown.
Fantastic cutback by Caleb Miller. Cut it to the outside, hole opened up, then he cut it back to the middle and took it across.
You got to love the confidence in that play call coming out of the timeout. Gave it to Caleb Miller a couple times. Didn't get hardly anything second and first down, saying you definitely can't stop us. Looking at this 2-point conversion here. Roll out. Catch. Des Bassett. 4-2. 22-0 Mankato East here with in the 3rd quarter.
Interesting, but nonetheless, that extra point there on the 2-pointer conversion going to help Mankato East here at the end. Coach Davis remembers that Northfield game.
Oh,
And
man.
that's got to go into thinking a little bit, doesn't it? Because that 4th quarter,
Of
you're
course,
up by 27 or 27, and
And of course, the Northfield game, they were up by 27. Ended up losing by 1 off a missed extra point. Looks like Coach Davis says, enough of that 1 point. Why would you take 1 point when you could take 2?
2 2-point conversions by the Cougars.
Setting up for the kickoff, David Mead.
This is something different to
Big old boot. End over end. Line drive kick. Taken right around the 25. 30, 35. Maybe the feet didn't quite get to the 40 there.
little extra shoving after the whistle, but no harm, no foul, I guess.
A little tough return by Juwan Terry.
I was going to say, David Mead is kind of your old school kicker. Nowadays, you have more soccer players or guys on the different. But before, back when, I would say 20, 30 years ago, your linemen were your kickers a lot of the time. And
yeah.
Straight ahead, just runs, plows through the ball using the leg strength.
And you just straight toe kicks, right? Because you had different shoes on even.
Yep.
I remember that's how my old high school coach kicked, and it was really weird. The run, oh man, just out of Toivian's reach again.
Well, Ben Schwartz would be the normal kicker for Mankato East.
And so is Ben out tonight then? I would assume so, with David Mead coming in for the relief of the kicking duties.
Well, it also affects you if you needed to kick a field goal tonight. Probably you're going to go for it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's probably why we're seeing the 2-point conversions as well without the normal kicker in. Tate Kelly dropping back the throw. Knocked down by number 3, Alex Turner on the play. Great defense. Reading it all the way. Knocking it down.
I've seen a majority of the East games this year, and I have to say this is their best defensive effort all season as a team collectively against a fairly good offensive set.
Yeah, the coverage has been fantastic on these big wide receivers, these tall wide receivers. All the Mankato East guys have been stepping it up. Drop back, the pass, and caught at the 45. You're not denying Travis Toivian that one. A big first down conversion for Red Wing.
Yes, you're going to give up those plays, and the Cougars knew that going in. But on the whole, you still look at the body of work, and the secondary's done a fantastic job.
And, it's one of those things where they're going to faster drops because and another completion to Toivian. And another Red Wing first down, right when we're talking about the defense, Jason. A little bit of commentator's curse coming in. Hate to talk about it, but 2 straight completions to Toivian, 2 straight first down efforts by the Red Wing wingers.
No more commentating then.
Going to the skies. And we got Tate Kelly in the shotgun. 1 back, dropping back, throwing off his back foot and intercepted. Who else but Dez?
Oh, he's got rope.
To the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown the other way, Mankato East Cougars. Wow, right off the back of 2 completions. Tate Kelly read all the way by Des Bassett.
I got out of my seat, and I didn't want to say anything quite yet because, hold on, folks.
Is there some yeller on the field there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
There's some yeller on the field, and it's going to be pushed back. It's kind of one of those, you could hear the crowd actually get quieter as he ran towards the end zone as opposed to louder. Because once people saw the flag, they're like, groan.
Yeah, these educated battle-hardened Mankato East fans
know the game. Mm-hmm. But this
still
often
a great
happens
play.
even at the level. It's one of those things. But that's the 3rd interception of Tate Kelly. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Ridiculous.
That's the end of the quarter.
Absolutely ridiculous. And that play looked pretty scary from the beginning for take Kelly in the Red Wing because literally he was trying to get it out so fast that he didn't even step into his throw. Once you start throwing off your back foot, bad things happen 10% of the time in every sport, not just football. And it was intercepted by Des Bassett.
We have an update. The West game with 5 minutes left in the third, 28-13. So Scarlet's still holding on and looking to get the big Southeast Blue Conference title.
Yeah, that's a big game.
It's turned into a big game, I'm sure, from the beginning of the year.
Not one that we would have seen either.
But we know that the Cougars, Aaron, will be back here Wednesday night here at Wolverton Field.
And we will too.
Maybe we might take it upstairs out in the elements.
Oh,
Get a good camera shot
that's terrifying.
Well, it'd be nice to try it. I mean,
absolutely.
We'll take a look at the forecast here for that night. We'll start the fourth quarter.
We have the fourth quarter. Bobbled snap taken actually pretty in step by number 30, Bremer. Completely on the ground snap in that pistol set, and because of where the running back is, when it goes by the quarterback, it just goes straight to the running back. So call it a direct snap to Bremer, I guess we could say.
Getting in on the action, and they're using everybody. And then this has definitely been a team effort by Mankato East tonight.
Coming back to the line, 2 wide receivers right, left, 1 wide receiver to the right. Cody Olson taking the snap, looks left, throws left.
Short.
And just short. Yep, incomplete. Jack Kelly did just enough to plead his case that he trapped it, but it did hit the field turf.
Well, just looking ahead to Wednesday night here, about 69, 70 degrees, low of 44, pretty much similar to today. So we should be not doing too bad.
Yeah, we'll be seeing how much
not too much wind
how much
either.
sun we're getting. And this
Come on,
is again Cody Olson setting up in the shotgun, handoff, Des Bassett with room, 40, 35, ridden out of bounds right after the 35, and Bassett is down. That was a tough hit by
upper
Seth
chest
Morrow.
area. Just looking at the.
Yep, they are checking him out, and while they do that.
Well, I think since he's out of bounds, they're going to keep.
Okay, they'll
play going.
They'll keep the play going. Send in a sub. We'll hope that
now
Bassett
they're going to call time.
is all right. They call in time, and so will we, with a little word from our sponsors. Fortunate news, Des Bassett is back up, and Adam looked like he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. Back to the play, Cody Olson with the snap, the handoff to Miller, immediately tackled on the play by number 32, Bodes.
Well, being an educated football people that we are, right, I'm thinking that Coach Davis wants to keep the ball on the ground, low risk, and this has been 90% of the game plan tonight. And it's worked pretty well against just wearing down that Red Wing defense.
You don't think we're going to see any wide receiver reverse passes then?
Yeah, yes, maybe. But
as well as that worked out for Red
might
Wing.
be with the second unit to get some work in. But.
Setting back up in the shotgun set. Cody Olson, hands off. Oh, loses the football.
Not
number
what you
30,
want to have happen.
Timothy Bremer, signaling it is a Red Wing first down. That hurts, guys.
Well, again, how many teams have come into the East and been trailing, and in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden something changes, and they get the confidence to come back.
That's
now,
all.
we're not going to say that's going to happen here, but it does give Red Wing that little bit extra edge to see what they can do here. And with an offense that can put up points, never know.
That's all it takes. 1 or 2 mistakes in the fourth quarter. All it takes, especially this explosive of an offense. The handoff to none other than Samuel Hansen. 4 around a yard.
That's the difference tonight, though. The defense has been stud all night.
All night. Just been absolutely fantastic. And again, this is against the team that put 56 points up on the board.
Last week.
Now, how many? 0 points. We're sitting at 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Red Wing Wingers.
The great thing about high school football in this conference, you just never know week to week how things are going to shape out.
We got Tate Kelly in the shotgun, dropping back, pressure in his face. The ball thrown to nobody. There was only Cougars in that forest, guys. The intended receiver was number 15, Ben Munson. He slipped a little bit, I think.
And I think it's just been a fantastic job of keeping Tate Kelly off rhythm. And it doesn't matter if you're Peyton Manning or somebody like that never thrown a pass before in their life. Rhythm plays so much into the passing game.
And, I think one guy that we haven't called out a name is Logan Swanson. And I think that's because he's commanding a lot of attention in the middle and allowing the rushers to get to the quarterback. Kelly dropping back, throwing it up. Oh, solid defense again by Des Bassett on the big guy, number 11, Travis Toivonen.
I don't know how Kelly even got the ball out there with a phenomenal toss there in range of the receiver Toivonen. But again, Bassett right there, and he's been there pretty much the entire night.
Yeah, there was several hands in Tate's
sea of hands. Yes.
Tate's face. It kind of looked like he was shooting a three there with heavily contested three, I should say. Tate Kelly again, dropping back, good protection, throws it up, caught for the first down. Great clutch play there by Tate Kelly to Travis Toivonen. Went up there to get it.
Same thing, though. You're not going to stop these guys every single play. They're going to make plays. They do it here again and again. Cougars are going to have to just man up and settle back down and play some good D on the next set of possession here.
And at the same time, it was 4th down. It was 4th and 10. You'll take that 100% of the time. Sometimes they'll get them as long as you're playing solid. Setting up again in the shotgun, Tate Kelly. Takes the snap, drop back, pass, intercepted. Big tackle on the play by Tate Kelly. Probably not what I thought I would be saying. It was Donna McNussmeyer. Straight to him as well. I don't even know.
4 interceptions. I think just the vision of Kelly got obscured there. And again, that's on Tate. And I think Tate knew it. He was able to get back and make the hit. But that was a frustration hit by Tate Kelly if there ever was one.
I don't think there was a Red Wing player in the vicinity even. I think he was just...
No, it looked like he had all this space, all this Blue Earth County real estate in front of him.
And we got the snap, pistol, Caleb Miller. Immediately hit at the line. Who else but number 48, Seth Morum, for a loss.
Yeah, John Madden would say, football's not a contact sport, it's a collision sport. Boom!
Oh, man.
And that's what happened to Caleb Miller there.
I could probably do with...
Pass me some onion rings. He's a Minnesota guy. He's actually from Austin.
That was a fantastic impression.
John's still with us, I think.
We might be hearing that for the entire next cast.
No.
And the motion, the give, Caleb Miller up the middle, taking those 2 yards back that were just taken from him. That's setting up for a 3rd and 10. Most importantly, the clock is still running. We're at 8:13 right now. Cougars trying to keep it going.
Yes, and this is the point. Again, I hate bringing back those other games that where the other teams made their move. And if we can get past the next minute or so, I think we can call this a Cougar victory and a above 500 finish here.
Yeah, when you're sitting on a 3-possession lead, it's tough. Completion, a bit of a bubble screen there to Des Bassett got some linemen in
take it.
front of him. Looking like not quite a first down though.
Dez
2 or
again
3
hit.
yards shy. Des is down. Looks like he's holding
This one
his
looks
knee.
a lot worse.
We will take a break while the crew goes and inspects that.
He's not drinking. I can't see you.
And we are back, still looking at the scene. The athletic trainers working on Des Bassett there.
Yeah, this is, well, you can obviously see here depicted on the screen what they're working on the lower extremities. So you lose Cage, and you really need to hope for the best here.
Yeah, and as much as Caleb Miller has had a fantastic game, Dez has been the playmaker both on offense and defense for these big plays. Not only the interceptions, but just the stretching the defense to the outside running is going to be a big loss, especially thinking about, how many days do you even have to recover? You have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, boom, you're playing again.
That's why Coach Davis talked about, well, we're going to practice on Saturday tomorrow and take Sunday off and then get back Monday and Tuesday really and hit it hard. You're going to need everybody healthy, and obviously you don't have as much time to rest if you're going in and competing in practice on the weekend.
And we so this will be the third fairly major injury. Ben Schwartz also out tonight. Not sure what his status is going to be like next week, but that's definitely a dimension of the game that he brings to this team that they don't have right now.
I think there'll be some of the things we're going to touch on next week. Is special teams, I think, is going to be a bigger factor. Obviously, a 22-0 game not going to end that way, but next week, whoever the opponent is, you can guarantee there will be 1 or 2 plays decided on special teams.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. To not even they have not attempted an extra point, so which leads me to believe that Mankato East may not have anyone kicking extra points, even if it's not Ben Schwartz. It is amazing we're into playoff football already next week. Doesn't it feel like we just started the season yesterday?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Go back to that crazy first week. It was a Saturday. It was a Saturday night game, and I think 60 or so schools changed their start times to earlier in the afternoon. And I know the East and West both did, and a lot of because of the potential of a severe weather threat. Now it was kind of spotty on that day. So some of southern Minnesota got it, some didn't. But and that was August, I think 22nd.
Yep, we didn't end up getting really anything.
No, not in Mankato area at all, but further east and north. I know Red Wing did, and certain places east of here. But that was one of those things where, hey, you know what? Scheduling plays a big factor in how the playoffs are run, the postseason is run. And Minnesota, U of M, had 2 consecutive weeks where they were at home, so they had to push back 1 week for the TCF Bank Stadium. Since that TCF Bank Stadium obviously has a lot of activity with the Vikings and the Gophers, it'll go back next year to the normal
Once the
we'll
Vikings
have the
Stadium
0
finishes
week
up.
and all that again.
Have you been up to TCF before?
Yeah, it's just kind of it's one of those environments where if you grew up like myself with the Metrodome pretty much, and now to see it outside
And a quick round of applause, of course, as Dez walks off. He is certainly done for the night. Probably won't be practicing tomorrow either. Give him a nice big rest after a fantastic performance today on offense and defense, covering, the best wide receiver on Red Wing while being an offensive threat himself.
Well, I think the Cougars are also fortunate it didn't happen at an earlier point in the game.
Oh, could have been very
Absolutely.
impactful. Cody Olson setting up, looking for the play in the pistol. Tells Caleb Miller, get over to my right, take this ball, and immediately shoved down for a loss of 3 there on the 4th down.
Wingers have a hurt.
Wingers, they have a player down. Looks like he's standing up, though. Good to see. Number 51, Josh Jilk.
Well,
been in on a lot of stuff tonight.
That was the end, turnover on downs, so it does give Red Wing a little bit of time to regroup and get on offense here.
We have 22-0, 7:17 left in the 4th quarter. And this has got to be the time, if you're Coach Foggy and you're the Red Wing offense, you can't really mess around anymore. And with Samuel Hansen slipping there right as he passed the line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of 2.
I've been
right
watching
at the 35.
that between the 30 and the 40 on this side of the field. It's been really slick for some reason. Maybe the grass looser or more torn up. At the beginning of the season, obviously it's going to be a little more in shape.
Yeah,
now
once
you're getting
you've
now
been playing
into
on it.
October where it gets cooler at night.
Tate Kelly setting up, throws his outlet. Ooh, immediately tracked down. They have been all over Sam Hansen in this second half, guys. That was a big loss. 4 yards set up for a long third down and around 13.
And here comes Dez back out in the game, so he'll get back in the secondary.
Feeling pretty good, I guess.
It could have been cramping, too. Saw the way they were stretching his leg.
Yeah, but that's something you're going to recover from quite fast. This time, Kelly with the throw, throwing it up. His big wide receiver, a drop. That one's got to hurt for Travis there. Poisoning.
That one just escapes me there. That was a pretty well thrown ball, but again, off the back foot. Kelly is not having any time to get set.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Jason. I think he's just rushing himself. He's constantly rushing himself because Mankato East has been in his face this entire game.
Direct snap.
Punt unit come out. And the punt, it's a line drive. End over end. Big Red Wing bounce. Just inside on the 31-yard line.
Yeah, no damage done there on that drive. You turn it over on downs, but again, you can play it a little bit more that way, more aggressively, when you're up 22 points. And I think Turner's still thinking about the game. That ball could have taken a weird bounce, but he decides not to touch it, let them down it. Good, smart choice by Alex Turner.
And you know that it's 3rd and 12, it's 3rd and long, and it's tough to go for it there, but I almost feel that punt is a white flag. With under 6 minutes to go, 3 possessions down against a running team like this, you're not going to get very many chances to get the ball back.
There's Bremer now.
Bremer in the... Oh, immediately... Oh, no, it's...
Whoa.
What even happened? Okay, so Bremer got the fake, and I think everyone thought he had it. He did not have it. Robert Camira had it for a giant run, and that fake was so good that Bremer just got smashed.
That's the definition of fake. I mean, you want
yeah.
the eyes focused on some...
Who do you think Seth Morum thought had the ball?
The hit was so good and so convincing.
Everyone thought he had it, I think, but Richard had it and for a big play and a first down there. Richard again with the snap. Bremer pulled down again. That time he had the ball.
That's what Kamara does very well. That's going to be his strength going forward here, is disguising the play action, and the options, and those sort of things. What Cody Olsen didn't bring, this is what Richard Kamara is able to do.
Yeah, like Bremer getting a little bit of action here. Late in the game, you know what he's thinking. Hold the ball, cover up. It was Bremer last time that cut the drive a little bit short with that fumble. Kamira, oh man, ball on the ground, picked up, running, 10, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Red Wing varsity, the defense was like, offense, you're not taking care of it, we will take it into our own hands. That was just a sloppy hut and a sloppy pickup, and we were just commending Kamira last time for bobbling a snap, falling on it immediately.
He didn't have a chance this time.
Yeah, this time there was too much going on, too much motion, too much penetration by the Roman varsity for the touchdown.
Well, someone on the offensive line, probably the center for the Cougars, is going to say, hey, mea culpa. It was a high snap, bounced off the shoulder pad, then bounced off of Bremer, and then bounced into the hands of Arthur Sunderland. Or Amir Sunderland.
Amir Sunderland, yeah. I mean, that's a highlight for Amir there. He was not being stopped.
The freshman there.
And the first extra point of the night, I believe that calls for a note.
Well, and just the way it developed, it looked like a bunch of statues on the extra point.
Yeah.
There was no blocking.
I don't think they even knew what that was. Like, what is this weird formation that happens after a touchdown? Very, very strange. Just a disappointing. Kamira has had a bit of a problem with the snaps, with the long snaps. With taking all the majority of shotguns, it seems like something that shouldn't be a problem at this point in the season when you're talking about playoffs. That snaps between the center and quarterback are still being an issue.
And that's probably going through the coach's mind right now. It's like, okay, we need to shore that up. I don't want this to come back to us next week and it cost us big.
And it's one of Eric Davis's things where he's like, we have 3 days of practice, 4 days of practice, and I don't want to commit X amount of time to working on snaps. Like, this should be something that we have down. But we will see. He'll probably get another shot here this next drive with Red Wing kicking off. No onside here. Oh, yep, it was the onside. Bounced up. Nossmeyer goes up and gets it and just gets pounded. Little bit of a scuffle here. Everyone running in to get everyone out. Players. Flags flying. People shoving. Nussmeyer is jacked up, guys. And Mankato East was not very set up to deal with that onside kick, honestly. Nussmeyer was the only one in the area, and he ended up grabbing it, keeping it, and then a little scuffle ensues.
Well, clearly the wingers still frustrated, probably by just the overall performance tonight. And, Nussmeyer takes it, a big hit there. It's clearly, there's no place for that type of behavior. I don't care what the score is. You got to be smarter than that. The funny thing is the officials took their time in breaking that up. They're quick to throw the flag on the defenseless receiver, but then you get to a situation like this, and kind of took their time and let things develop, and that's totally strange.
And it was one of those things where at first I thought it might have been a matter of a ball coming out maybe and a little scuffle at the bottom for it, but then it kind of immediately turned into a more just a brawl, period.
Well, obviously Coach Foggy out there asking what's going on. Coach Davis out there. Yeah, what's the deal?
And we are kind of back to normal football here. We got Cody Olsen in the shotgun, giving off to a new running back, number 6,
Yes.
Tyler LeBert, with a real good run. He had a bunch of room, and he took advantage for 12 yards and the first down.
What I'm impressed about is that any guy that gets into the system that's a running back seems to be able to find the hole. And I think that's a good thing moving forward again for the program is these guys are able to step in there with very little time and make plays. And there we saw LeBert again on the run, and he is a junior, so he'll be back hopefully for the Cougars next year.
Maybe getting into a little bit of that same kind of between the tackles pounding role that Caleb Miller's filling so admirably this game. He is the running back again with Cody Olson as the quarterback in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Give it to him again. Bounces into his own guy. Stretched out. Eluding a few tackles, and then the entire team is on him. For maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage with forward progress, I'm not entirely sure.
Wingers are pretty much playing with from frustration, we can tell. But again, it's a time to channel that energy and use it for the good. And that's what, both teams really especially after that adrenaline rush after the kickoff, especially for guys that are at the high school age, to be able to come down and refocus. I think that's the focus for both teams right now. Yeah.
Finishing it out. That's what the Cougars are looking to do here. Cody Olson in the shotgun. Handoff. LeBert just getting back to the line of scrimmage again before being wrapped up by 4 to 5 Red Wingers.
Little side note there. That time I heard a very loud whistle, a very long whistle, as to say no more.
Yep.
Because again, that's kind of how the kickoff went, where he just got up and then kept being held.
Well, it was one of those plays where your forward progress is stopped, but the running back isn't necessarily tackled, so it's not entirely clear where the play's dead, and so the officials are very good to whistle it immediately. Cody Olson, again, in the shotgun. Whistle. Was that a timeout, Jason?
Timeout Wingers.
Timeout Wingers. And we will take one as well for our sponsors.
But this is the longest and I think part of it's that for the upper backs.
And we are back, guys, with 2:34 left in the fourth quarter. Mankato East Cougars looking to close this one out against the Red Wing Wingers.
Well, this is kind of getting into next week's action already. You got to work on some things.
And some smart running by LeBert. He's putting people over for a touchdown. LeBert with the exclamation point. He's showing a little bit of power. I'm a little bit impressed with the junior there.
Again, this is just a man taking his opportunity to the next level. Saw the room, busted to the outside, and I think the Red Wing defense, as we've been saying, is tired, and they've just been pushed back so much tonight. It just kind of caved in for him.
And it was one of those runs that was a bit slow developing. He had a lot of blockers in front of him, and he was kind of holding back a little bit to stay with his blockers, and it ended up fantastic. Got ahead of steam, ran over a Red Wing defender right at the goal line to get the touchdown.
Is this the 2-point? Yep.
Yep. No extra points here, guys. And hand it right back to him, bowling his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Very cool opportunity for Tyler LeBert, the 5'10", 175-pound junior. Could be seeing a lot more work next year. Coming on back.
Yeah, and that puts the Cougars up now with 30. And this is something personally I didn't expect. I thought, this would be a little bit tighter game, but then again, it's just a matter of this is what the Cougars have done. They've had a tough game, and they've come back the following week and refocused and put it all together, and that's exactly what happened this week.
Yeah, as dominant as this performance has been, we've been seeing there's been a lot of faults at the same time. We've seen almost no special teams from the Cougars. We've seen a very limited passing game, and not to only focus on the negatives, but it was a fantastically played game. But it's things that you really got to get worked out going into playoffs. And the kickoff, boom, there it is. End over end, line drive, kick, bumbled all the way into the end zone.
He didn't touch it.
See, I thought he did touch it, but I'm not.
Yeah, that would make it a live ball, and I saw Coach Davis kind of go in the direction of the officials, and then he said, "Nah, I'm not gonna."
30-7.
I think so.
Pick your battles here.
But it did take a weird bounce, and he put his hand up.
Mm-hmm. He absolutely did, and it's.
The world will never know.
I guess he knows. Yeah, he definitely knows.
I guess he's part of the world.
We shall see what the backup quarterback for the Red Wingers can do. Handoff,
Cushing,
number 32.
Yep. Cushing's in now, quarterback.
Bones.
Yes, Jim. Captain?
With the run. The 210-pound, 5'11 senior getting to see some playing time late in this game.
I'm a commentator, not an actor. Bones. Bowens.
Bowens.
Right.
Bowens.
We know,
148 left.
we know.
Running on.
Pretty bad.
Running on down in this one. Very possibly the last drive of the game. And the set.
Curse.
The catch. Pretty good pitch and catch there.
No,
Red Wing.
no. Got to be careful there. Tyrese Toomer. His knee was down, and then a little extra shove. The officials decided to let it go, but in a different situation, you could get flagged for that.
30-7 game. Changing things, I think. 1:09 left. Clock is running. 3rd and 5. We'll see if the backups can reel in another first down for Red Wing. Bit of a high snap. Looking, throws, caught. Number 81. Theodore with the first catch of the game.
Another long whistle there.
No, I just think the refs want to blow it dead and head on home in this one. But looking at next week, it'll be really interesting. I'm very excited for this game next week. It'll be interesting to see who we get and how the matchup will work out. Bit of a sweep. Tackled in the backfield for a 5-yard loss on the play. Setting up. 22 seconds left. We're just about at that time, guys. With the clock a-running. Looks to be the last play of the game, barring some kind of stoppage of clock. Oh,
there it is.
And an incomplete pass. 3.6 seconds.
As soon as those words left your mouth, Aaron.
I couldn't knock on wood fast enough. It's 3.6 seconds left.
I would have said the same thing, right? It would have been either of us.
Yeah. Last play of the game.
Right?
I hope. We'll see if I guess we could see.
Well, I said 9:18 would be our finish time. So,
did you? I think you just said that right now. Did you just make that up?
No, about 5 minutes ago I said that. At 9:08, I said 9:18.
I don't know what kind of prediction that is from Jason March there. And the drop back puts it out, incomplete. That is game, guys. 30-7 final score here from Wolverton Field. The Mankato East Cougars with a fantastic defensive effort. You said it, probably the best that we've seen. The only points for Red Wing coming on that interception or fumble return, in the fourth.
Yeah, much improved Mankato East Cougar team this week, as opposed obviously to the week against Winona. But I think offensively too, you have to give the Cougars credit for sticking with the great ability to run, and it was fun.
Yeah, as much as there was, some flaws in the offense and there may have been a few flaws in the special teams, this was the most complete. Every facet of the defense was absolutely fantastic for Mankato East. Real disappointment for kind of Red Wing here. Never able to get any of their offensive sets going. I would have been interested to see what kind of passing game they could have came out with, but.
Well, congratulations to the Cougars, their first above 500 finish in the regular season since 2006. So they finish at, they finish at 5-3. So.
Yeah, good job, guys. Keeping it up. Maybe we'll be beating West someday. Who knows? Saying crazy stuff, but I think that is about all from us, from Aaron and Jason here at the Digity booth. Thanks for sticking in with us, guys.
And we'll
see you next week.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Cool.
Have a good night.